Cadillac's entry-level XT4 crossover gets a lot of changes for 2024. I'm Tom Volt for the Seattle International Auto Show, and these are significant changes. It's consistently been among the premium brand's best-selling vehicles since launching in 2018. Caddy's entry-level crossover gets a mid-cycle refresh for 2024. There's a crisp new face and revised back end. Those bookend familiar sheet metal, and that's okay. Design has always been one of the best things about the 4. Here's where things really change, since this is what owners see the most of. Good to see Cadillac put some money inside. It's hard to precisely nail down competition for the XT4 because it's kind of a tweener. Size-wise, it slots in between Audi Q3 and Q5 or BMW X1 and X3. Same goes for pricing. A base luxury model with front-wheel drive starts at around $39,000. That's with destination. General Motors has dropped off a fully loaded sport model with all-wheel drive, considerably more expensive, just under $56,000. Let's dig into the changes by taking a peek at the outgoing Sport I drove a few years back. As you can see, the exterior doesn't look significantly different from when it launched 6 years ago. The new front and back give it the kind of facelift that everyone thinks that Brad Pitt just got. It looks refreshed, youthful, and well executed. The 2022 model had a decent but forgettable cabin, vanilla in automotive form. Hop into the updated 2024 version, and it's hard to miss the curved 33-inch LED screen. It's the same one found in Lyriq, and it does a lot to elevate the ambiance. Look past it, and there are some well-executed materials, real carbon fiber, embroidery that wasn't offered in previous models. Controls and buttons are Cadillac exclusive, no Chevy buttons in here. Since launch, XT4 has been powered by a turbocharged 4-cylinder. Still is. At 2 liters, it's dishing out 235 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque found lower in the rev range. This is unchanged. The transmission has 9 speeds. It shouldn't surprise anyone that there's no manual gearbox. This is the best XT4 offers. It gets an optional head-up display, part of the technology package. Sport is the only XT4 with the active sport suspension with continuous damping control. Optional. It's not on this tester. All-wheel drive adds $2,500. It's not automatic. It must be selected, though in sport mode, all 4 wheels get power by default. Sport isn't any faster than other XT4s. They'll all do the 0 to 60 run in about 7.5 seconds, which is similar to the competition. It does have kind of a nice growl off the line. Americans love large vehicles. I see the compact size of the XT4 to be a big advantage in tight urban areas. It's more relaxed on narrow roads, a lot less worrying about dinging the side mirrors. The 33-inch screen wraps around the driver like a big curved computer display. It's one screen, not multiple units fused together, and it doesn't look tacked on. Keep in mind, this Sport does not have the adaptive suspension. Cadillac often doesn't get its due when it comes to driving dynamics. Its V Blackwing sedans are amazing. XT4 is good. This being the sport model, it's not overly sporty. It's comfortable and it soaks up bumps nicely. Shorter wheelbases, 109.4 inches here, can suffer from bucking on choppy pavement. That's not happening here. I'll assume the adaptive suspension would keep body roll and dive down even more so than the standard setup. Good news, for 2024, the fuel economy has been improved by 1 mpg. This is an all-wheel drive model, and the EPA rates the average at 25 mpg. Go with the front-wheel drive model, and it's 26. Premium fuel is specified. That's average in class. Shop Lincoln Corsair or Lexus NX, and there are hybrid powertrains to be had, or wait for the upcoming Optic. Cadillac's small EV that slots under Lyriq. It's moderately quiet with little to no wind noise off the A-pillar and mirrors. The four-cylinder makes itself known under hard throttle, nothing harsh. The twin-scroll turbo is responsive, precious little lag, and the 9-speed is happy to downshift when the right foot asks to pass. XT4's visibility is terrific. There are really no blind spots, and the ADAS technology is seriously improved for 2024. Go with the trailering package that adds a heavy-duty cooling system, and XT4 can tow up to 3,500 pounds. At $300, it's a good deal. For a smaller vehicle, the cockpit is open and airy. The Cinerama screen helps to visually widen the look. The optional panoramic roof at $1,550 helps brighten things up even more. It's encouraging to see GM treat Cadillac like the premium brand it's supposed to be. All of the storage areas, other than the door pockets, are lined with mouse fur. There's effort in this refresh to pull the XT4 up market. Heated and vented seats are supportive, if not sport bolstered. This one's optioned with a light massaging feature. There's a digital rearview mirror too, good when loading cargo to the ceiling. I briefly touched on XT4's new active electronic safety tech, or ADAS features, and there's some good standard stuff like automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and bicycle detection. But most of the good stuff is part of an $1,800 option package. I'm going to put the features in a graphic down below here. Now, there are two ways of looking at this. The first is, this is a Cadillac, and it should all be standard. The second is, not everybody wants to pay for it, and they should be given the option. So, you decide. Everyone's going to have an opinion on this. Voice commands help drivers keep eyes on the road. Hey, is there any good Mexican food nearby?
Got it. There's La Carta de Oaxaca, 0.5 miles away. Want to navigate there?
Sure. The screen is one long unit, but it's divided into 3 sections. This small one for adjusting different parameters. The area in front of the pilot can be configured from minimal to a classic kind of info gauge setup to putting navigation right smack dab in front of the heated wheel with power adjust and memory. The right area is accessible to the passenger even though it's angled towards the driver. It's for the infotainment, though it's easy to go down the rabbit hole adjusting parameters. Cadillac offers this for those that don't want fingerprints all over their very expensive looking screen. Wireless charging is available, code for optional. For those that don't continue with the data plan, wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are still in many GM products. There are the right number of hard buttons too. Not everything is done on the big, beautiful display. As far as space goes, I'm 5'9". It's not bad. My noggin has plenty of room. Knee and leg room, very good. My size 11 slide underneath the seats. Cushions are high enough so that thigh support is excellent. The door openings are a bit on the small side, but again, this is a compact SUV. No separate climate zone, but adjustable vents. The outboard positions are heated at this price level, and you can charge your phone. I would say 2 full-sized adults will be just fine in the XT4. 3 is kind of a squeeze. Storage under here is decent. There's room for a physical spare. That's an option. It's an easy reach in to drop the backs. There's 60/40, no ski pass-through. Notice that the load floor is bored flat. Nice. In max cargo mode, you're looking at 49 cubic feet. Not too shabby for a vehicle this size. In normal mode, this space measures out at 22.5 cubic feet. Also decent in class. That translates to 6, maybe 7 carry-on suitcases. Pretty good in class. If Cadillac wants to attract younger buyers, it needs to concentrate on giving them what they want, and to a degree, the XT4's upgrades do that. Bigger than some, smaller than others, the improved XT4 occupies a unique slot. It's always been a brisk seller for Cadillac. This should give it a tailwind. Check it out at your local Cadillac dealership. For the Seattle International Auto Show, I'm Tom Volk.